All right, so June was Fathers of Change.
Yeah.
All right, what does being a father of change mean to you? Why is it important to be a father of change?
Yeah, I mean, I think, and you know, being a black father, and as you know, there's all kind of traps out there to remove fathers from our lives. There's a whole stigma around about how black fathers aren't around, which, you know, I know out of all the black men I know that have kids, they're in their kids' lives. Now, they may not be with their mother, but they still care about being in their kids' lives and take it really seriously. So a lot of that, the song was about that for me, was about realizing, hey, it's Father's Day, but also too thinking about June being the month of Juneteenth and Black liberation. And I do think it's very, very important. The black family is probably one of the most important, if not the most important, piece for black liberation. And I think we gotta, you know, if you are a dad or you have a child, you need to step up and try to be there. Because, you know, I think it's an important role. I think about how my dad was in my life. He wasn't always the best, but at the end of the day, I'm very appreciative he was there. And growing up dealing with it, I mean, there were moments where I thought he was the meanest man in the world, you know, but at the end of the day, now that I'm a father myself, I understand how important it is to raise a young black man and how hard and he would tell me growing up all the time, he'd be like, you're gonna understand when you grow up what it means to be a black man in America. Because I was naive to it as a kid. I had this mentality of like, almost like I don't see color, you know, I just thought they were talking, because my dad's, you know, he's from the deep South and they grew up dealing with hardcore racism. So he would tell me that, and then of course you get older and you see it, and it kind of makes it to where now in my son's life, I wanna be a father of change in that I want to, for one, break the stigma about black fatherhood not being a thing, or black fathers not being in their kids' lives. And I also want to change what some things I wish my father did better. I want to make it a point to do that in my kid's life.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. The clothing for June's Father's Change was really bold. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I didn't think it needed too much. I thought it just needed to be simple. So they were just black T-shirts, and they all had different. There was one for a father and one for the youth, and there would be different sayings. Like one would say, the adult one would say nurturing greatness, and then the kid one would say like becoming great. So they were just something you could wear while you're with your child.
Gotcha.
Stop myself from moving worse. I learned from my mistakes. True strength could never break. My dad was never perfect, and I ain't no. Fathers of change. Yeah. A change. Yeah. They change. Yeah.